songs of freedom with joy. For justice, liberty, and prosperity shall forevermore reign. Oh, great patriots, let us stand up in silence and respect, saluting our martyrs whose blood cemented our national foundation. We vow to protect our nation. Oh, God bless South Sudan.
وهذا ملوني أنا جند الشعب لتحرير السودان. يا شباب الدنيا ويا ثوار افريقيا اسمعوا صوتي أنا من مدينة كرمك انقذنا، واسمعوا صوتي كمان من مدينة كويتا تفوزا. الذي بلد كثير الخيرات فيه كل ثروات الزراعية والحيوانية والمعادن، فكيف أكون جعان وكيف أكون عاريان وكيف أكون مرضان بدون دواء في بلدي الغنية. يا شباب الدنيا ويا ثوار افريقيا اسمعوا صوتي انا من مدينة كرمك ارض انقذنا، واسمعوا صوتي كمان من مدينة كويتا ارض تفوزا. لولا خلفيات المستعمر ولا قال لي البرجوازي الحاكم في بلادي، فكيف أكون عطشان وبلدي غزير الأمطار، وكمان نهر النيل العظيم يشق من الجنوب إلى شمال بلادي. يا شباب الدنيا ويا ثوار افريقيا اسمعوا صوتي أنا من مدينة كرمك أرض انقذنا، واسمعوا صوتي كمان من مدينة كويتا أرض تفوزا. الاستعمار البغيض مع عمل بسيط تركني مكتف الأيدي ومقفول الدماغ بدون تعليم ومقفول الدماغ بدون تفكير، عشان ما أدري كيف أحرر وأطور بلدي. يا شباب الدنيا ويا ثوار افريقيا اسمعوا صوتي انا من مدينة كرمك ارض انقذنا، واسمعوا صوتي كمان من مدينة كويتا ارض تفوزا. ولكن اليوم يا ناس الدنيا ويا ثوار افريقيا انا غضبت خلاص، وانا رفعت سلاح وانا بديت تحرير من جنوب بلادي الى شمال بلادي، ومن غرب بلادي الى شرق بلادي، وانا ماشي قدام لاحرر كل شبر من اراضي بلدي. يا شباب الدنيا ويا ثوار افريقيا اسمعوا صوتي انا من مدينة كرمك أرض انقذنا، واسمعوا صوتي كمان من مدينة كويتا أرض تفوزا.
kor kwala wa jal ko ti da woy ke dang chemoy awoy dang jag pal karyal ban nyai mi di bai jidung da kor kwala wa jal ko ti da woy ke dang chemoy awoy dang jag gam karyal ban nyai kudare ro jagul jor bai belela yigran yo banjinu abu ping lalu kubutai num liap kujad bai wir ga pijar pinwar tanda bango ayo na jawul wai kan binyal chalwatan yal pingaron bakwan ran dien war japuj wer bupiu die jwer kutal mied wer kuleng ran jori kitieng nyak enjer kalwayo nan nyak ka ben jwar kor kwala wa jal ko ti da woy ke dang chemoy awoy dang jag pal karyal ban nyai mi di bai jidung te kor kwala wa jal ko ti da woy ke dang chemoy awoy dang jag pal karyal ban nyai kudare ro jagul jor bai belela yigran yo banjinu abu ping lalu kubutai num liap kujad bai wir ga pijar pinwar tanda bango ayo na jawul wai kan binyal chalwatan yal pingaron bakwan ran dien war japuj wer bupiu die jwer kutal mied wer kuleng ran jori kitieng nyak dol jer kalwayo nan nyak ka ben jwar kor kwala wa jal ko ti da woy ke dang chemoy awoy dang jag pal karyal ban nyai kudare ro jagul jor bai belela yigran yo banjinu abu ping lalu kubutai num liap kujad bai wir ga pijar pinwar tanda bango ayo na jawul wai kan binyal chalwatan yal pingarol iba kwanyiran dien war japuj wer bupiu die jwer kutal mied wer kuleng ran jori kitieng nyak dol jer kalwayo nan nyak ka ben jwar
Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. Today we have a very important topic in which we are addressing the fact that our country, South Sudan, has collapsed and heading toward total disintegration. Please share this video if you can. We are live on Facebook and also from other social media. We are live on YouTube. We are live on X. We want also to thank, please, wherever you are, share this video. We have very important topics to discuss tonight about the collapse of our country and the fact that the country is heading towards total disintegration. What is it can we do to rescue that? Please, if it's okay with you, share the video. I need to begin by making it very clear that when country collapse, it does not collapse like a building. You know, when the building collapse, like when the Twin Towers collapsed in New York, everybody around the world saw it collapsing. But the collapse of the country is different. It is very, very much different. There are indicators that you need to look at. And when you see these indicators, you can conclude that this country has collapsed. So out of these indicators, I will focus on the following. The first one, I'll talk about security. Those of you who are watching tonight from diaspora and South Sudan and across our country, when it comes to the security, it is one thing that you cannot provide to your family. If your family are sick back home, you can send money, they can go to treatment in Egypt, in Nairobi, or elsewhere. If they are hungry, they don't have money for food, you can send money for food. But security, you cannot provide it as individual. The only body that can provide security is the government of South Sudan. In fact, one of the reasons why we form the government is to provide security that protects the people, the property, and the wealth of the community. Unfortunately, this government has failed to provide security to our citizens across the country. For example, President Kiir has made two remarks. The first remarks, he told the people of South Sudan that going forward, I will not provide security for you. You have to deal with whatever situation that's facing you. When you are defeated, you run. You come to me in Juba. That's what the president said. And because of those statements, that's why you see across South Sudan from east to west, from north to south, there's a formation of militias. These are community forces that will protect the community. And lately, I will focus on two areas. The first one, it is the issue of Red Bell. The community that form Red Bell as a security force to protect the community have suffered from their neighbors' aggression. And the president and the government of South Sudan is not providing security for them. So they have formed the Red Bell to make sure that Red Bell will help protect their elderly, their wealth from the aggression. Unfortunately, the same government decided to do a selective disarmament by coming to select and disarm the Boer community and leave all the neighbors with the guns, with all the ammunition. Now that community is vulnerable. Tomorrow you will be surprised, you will not be surprised to see the aggression coming from the other community, and they will take their cows, they will kill innocent women and young people, and that clearly is a failure of the government. We believe in disarmament because it is true that the country has to be disarmed, but the disarmament has to be concurrently done, so that if you are disarming one community, like in case of Boer, you must also disarm the Murle, you must also disarm the White Army concurrently, so that this community, all of them, become peaceful. And that's exactly what happened also in Tonj. The government has sent helicopter gunship shooting at women, elderly, and the children, killing animals, the cows of the community, for no justification whatsoever. I have never seen in my life a government that sent a helicopter for disarmament. You cannot disarm the community from the air. And as you can see, a lot of people were killed in Tonj. That is also a selective disarmament by this government. It is unacceptable. Honestly speaking, the citizens in Tonj are also vulnerable because their neighbors in Western Upper Nile have a lot of guns. And this community will come under attack tomorrow from the very community, their neighbors. So the best approach is for the government, once again, to make sure that there is a general disarmament, a concurrent disarmament, in which all the community are disarmed, all of them concurrently at once, so the country will become peaceful. So in short, the fact that the government has failed to provide the security, that's confirmed that the country has collapsed, because any country that cannot provide security, it is a country that has collapsed. Second indicators of the collapse of this country is economy. You are all aware that the civil servants have been going on for a very long time without salaries. And even when they get the salary, the money are not enough. Let me give you an example. Today, an SSPDF soldier in South Sudan Army, their salary, this is just a normal soldiers, just a private, they get 30,000 SSP a month. That's how much they can get. But for that soldier to take the 30,000 and give it to his wife or his sister to cook for them, and I'm even talking about one meal, I'm not talking about the whole day. Now in South Sudan, nobody eats 3 meals. Our citizens are either they go without food, or if they are lucky, they get 1 meal. So for that 1 meal to be made, for a private soldier, the day he received the salary, the 30,000 SSP, you will need to buy, for example, beans, janjaro, others, something very cheap. We are not even talking about meat, We are not talking about fish. We are just talking about the Janjaro. You know how much it costs? It costs 7,000 SSP. For a lady to go and buy onions, they need 10,000 SSP. For that woman to go and buy cooking oil, they need 7,000 SSP. Charcoal, it is 5,000 SSP. Flour, they need 12,000 SSP. If you add all this up, the total will be 36,000. If you subtract 36,000 out of 6,000 from the day the soldier get the salary, you will find the soldier is already negative 6,000. That is the real situation that we are in. You will find a soldier is down with negative 6,000 from the day he get the salary. And was from the time, like 9 months ago, there is not a single soldier that got a salary. They will go to the bank asking, they will be giving a check from the Minister of Finance that the division will go and collect their money. By the time they go, they can only get a message from the bank that, yes, you have a check, but there is no money. There is no money in government account, whether in central bank or in private banks or anywhere. There's a lot of people roaming around with checks, and the government has no money to pay for its obligations. Also, if someone have his own money and you put them into the account and you want to go to withdraw them, you are only allowed to take up to 30,000 SSP. And if you do the same calculation that I did for the soldier, that person also with your own money, you are also negative 6,000. So in short, let me confirm to you tonight that our country has collapsed economically. The third aspect that I would like to address is social fabric. The regime has divided our people, divided them, not only the level of our tribes, but they went as far as dividing our people along the clans. In one clan, you see the community, or one community is divided along that clans in one tribes. This is a very sad situation. So our social fabric has also destroyed beyond repair. This should tell you that when the country has collapsed socially, economically, and in terms of security, then the country has collapsed. Another thing that you will see, President Kiir has made it clear that since 2005, he has always been getting people who know how to eat, but he failed to get people who can deliver service to the people of South Sudan. If his argument is true, the same president will turn around and recycle and reappoint a dismissed government officials. He will dismiss a person from this position. He will go around and appoint them to the same position. If you said that the people that have been working with you only know how to eat, why are you reappointing people who know how to eat? Why? That should be indicate to you, the people of South Sudan, that this government is there for their own interests. They don't care about you, the people of South Sudan. The country also has collapsed when it comes to the foreign policy. There is no clear message of the government, but the really bad situation that is facing our diplomats. Our diplomats that are in Washington, D.C., those who are in New York, in Dubai, in Beijing, in Nairobi, in Kampala, in South Africa, Johannesburg, and everywhere, all those diplomats are suffering. They have been there for more than 7 months without salary. Imagine a diplomat is deployed to New York City. He works there for 7 months without salary. What do you expect? Where will he get the money to pay for the rent? Where will he get money to pay for the food? Honestly speaking, our diplomats are suffering from very government that deploying them. Do you believe such a diplomat who has no place to stay for rent, such a diplomat who could not even have a food to eat, will you think he will deliver foreign policy for any country? Of course, you can see the foreign policy also has collapsed. Not only the staff that are suffering, but today you have heard multiple embassies closing down. I read in iRadio today that a landlord went to our embassy in Kenya and locked it down because of non-payment. How embarrassing is that? Okay. And not only the embassy in Kenya, but all our embassies are facing similar situation because of non-payment. Not only the embassies, but even the government institutions in Juba, they are facing the same situation. A lot of government offices are facing eviction notes from the landlord, and some of them have already been closed down, and it's going to be a matter of time. And I'm sure the whole, most of the ministries and the department of the government that are renting from our citizens will be closed down. And I don't blame our citizens, because you find someone building a house as a source of income so that you can manage whatever income to buy food for your family. Unfortunately, the government will come and rent your property in Juba and you will not get paid. Some landlords have been going on for 24 months now without salary. And they have decided to sue the government of South Sudan, and evict them. So there's a lot of offices that are being closed down as we speak in Juba. So do you think a government that cannot pay its civil servants, a government that cannot pay the soldiers, a government that cannot do anything, do you think that government will actually do anything for you, the people of South Sudan? The answer, of course, that government will not do anything. The government and our country has collapsed. What we need to prevent now, and this is my call tonight, all the South Sudanese, wherever you are, whether you are in the army, in the police service, in the national security, in the political party, wherever you are in civil society, in the opposition, let us all come together. Silence is no longer an option. Let us address this issue of of the collapse of our country and find a way to rescue this country so that we prevent the total disintegration. This is what we need to prevent. So what is the solution to this collapse of our country? And this will be my last point, because I don't like the videos to be too long. I want others to be able to watch later on. Okay. What needs to be done is the following. First, on July 9, 2011, after we became independent, after we were all dancing and celebrating the independence of South Sudan, when we were all crying and celebrating, towards the end, there was a meeting that took place that brought all the political and military elites. And in that meeting, that night, on July 9, our veteran politician, Isaiah Kulong Mobur, asked a fundamental question. He said, all this time, from the time of independence of Sudan, what continue to unite us as people of South Sudan was our hatred towards political and military elites in Sudan. Now they are gone, they are leaving. They took President Bashir left with the flag of Sudan, and we are left alone. His question was, what will unite us, the people of South Sudan? Nobody answered that question. It was ignored. And until the people of South Sudan sit in a very honest way and answer that question, this country will continue to suffer, will continue to remain collapsed, and if we are not careful, it will hit into total disintegration. And my answer tonight to the message and the question of Uncle Isaiah Kulong, what can unite us as people of South Sudan, is a belief that all of us are South Sudanese. To believe in South Sudan, regardless of our tribe, regardless of our regions, regardless of our clans, we should all believe in one thing and one thing only, which is the Republic of South Sudan. That Republic of South Sudan is what can unite us. And until we all agree and believe that South Sudan is our priority, South Sudan is number one, South Sudan is above all of us, and all of us are South Sudanese. Once we reach that level and believe in that, this country will move forward. But if we continue to insist, for some people who may probably think that their tribe is better than other tribe, some people who may think that their region is better than other region, even if that continue, this country will not move forward. Because, by the way, even if we accept to be one tribe and we don't manage and put the country first to manage our diversity, the country will continue to suffer. For example, Somalia, they are one tribe, they are one community, they are one ethnic group, they are also believe in one religion, Islam. Yet, because they fail to manage the diversity, they have failed to build a nation in which all of them see themselves in it. That's why Somalia is facing crisis. And for us as people of South Sudan, we need to build a nation, a South Sudan, in which South Sudan is first, everything else is second. A country where we build our national army, and an army that everyone will see himself or herself in it. If you see the mirror of South Sudan, you will see yourself in that economy everywhere. This is what will rescue our country. And I believe we are capable of doing that as people of South Sudan. That is the way out. So in order for us to manage the diversity, what does it need to be done? First, as a solution to all this crisis, the first action President Kiir has to do is to stop the court proceedings of the first Vice President, Dr. Riek Machar, Honorable Potkang, and all senior members of the SPLM-IO who are facing the treason charges. This case, yes, there were people who were killed in Nasser, and those people deserve justice. I agree. But it is not only Nasser. We have people who were also killed in Juba, 2013, in Bor, 2013, in Akobo, 2013, in Malakal, 2013, in Bantu, 2013, across South Sudan in 2013. A lot of people were killed. And also people that were killed in Nasser, 2025. All these people deserve justice. And the way we can do that, once we come together, reconcile as political and military leads, there will be transitional justice in which everyone will face the court of law. And if someone is found guilty, they will have to serve. But as for now, to rescue the country from the collapse and prevent the disintegration, let us first release, President Kiir has released his first Vice President, Dr. Riek Machar, and the senior SPLM-IO leaders. That's the first step. Secondly, President Kiir, Dr. Riek Machar, and all the opposition groups inside the country need to come together, unite in one vision. And then the third approach, all of them, the political force inside the country, President Kiir, First Vice President Riek Machar, SAWA, all the opposition groups will join us under Tumaini Initiative. And in that Tumaini Initiative, we will all agree in one simple commitment that we need to build a South Sudan that is based on justice, equality for all of us. That country, we will agree, will arrive to an agreement that will be focusing mainly on two things. One, it is an agreement that will end with fair and credible elections. An agreement that is geared towards permanent constitution. Those two things are very important. And then you add into that, making sure there will be a political space so that all the political leaders will be free to say whatever they want to say without being arrested, which required the revoke of the National Security Act that was amended. This is the easy way to rescue our country. What I also know, if this is not accepted, and this is the last point I want to end with, this is the offer that President Kiir can accept and do it easily. It will be less costly. The country will move forward peacefully. But if President Kiir refuses that, if President Kiir undermines that, if President Kiir ignores that, I can tell you the UPA and all the opposition group will unite, will bring the real change to South Sudan using all means possible. And I hope we will not reach that level because our citizens have suffered a lot. Our citizens have lost so much. We in the opposition, we want our people to be safe. We want our people to enjoy roads. We want them to enjoy hospitals. We want our children to go to schools. We want our country to move forward. But this depends on the action and the reaction of President Kiir to what we have just proposed. With that, I want to thank you all who have listened to me. I really appreciate your time. Time is the most important thing. I don't take it lightly. I appreciate your contribution. Leave any comments, suggestion you may have, and I will listen to them and read them and respond to each and every one. Thank you very much. Our country will succeed. It will take a difficult road, but in the end, this country that we have lost so much will be successful. It will move forward. It will be developed. There will be roads. There will be hospitals. There will be good education for our children. There will be a country that is based on justice, freedom, a country that will be based on equality, a country that will be based on rule of law and democracy. Thank you very much. Good night.